Why Costa Rica most embraced El Salvador security measures. Imagine walking down the street of your city, worried that the next corner should hide a danger you never saw coming. In Costa Rica, a country known for its peaceful reputation, we are facing an alarming increase in violence and crime. In this speech, I will discuss why Costa Rica must implement security measures like those used in El Salvador to improve overall safety, reduce crime, and the positive effect these measures could have on the economy. First point is why Costa Rica needs to act against crime. Its rising crime rates in Costa Rica are urging for the adoption of stronger security measures. We can see some comparative analysis done between Costa Rica and El Salvador, where the homicide numbers on the year 2024 show the Costa Rica homicides are 880 versus 114 in El Salvador. If we see that number based on the homicide rate per every 100,000 citizens, El Salvador right now has one of the lowest rates in the whole Western, being just 1.9. Also, based on the National Institute of Justice in Costa Rica, reports an increasing homicide rate, particularly in the year 2023. If we see how that is being impacting based on every country, we have that Limon has a 37.8% homicide rate versus Punta Arenas that it is 29.5. This shows that one of the poor provinces in Costa Rica shows a increasing homicide rate. Some of these reasons might be attributed in the case of Limon for the gang conflicts over the drug trafficking routes, and in Punta Arenas about the organized crime activities. This based on information provided by the Economista and the New York Post. Also, according to AP News, Justice Minister Alajuela Campus visited El Salvador's high security prison to study the anti-gang measures aiming to adapt effective practices to combat rising crime in Costa Rica. Also, another important point to talk is about Costa Rica. Costa Ricans deserve to live without fear. The safety and well-being of Costa Rican families are at stake, and they deserve to live without constant fear of violence. Crime has an indirect impact on mental health and emotional well-being of individuals. This has been evidenced by the trauma caused in communities affected by the gang violence. El Salvador efforts has proven effective in reducing fear and fostering a safer communities. And a last point that is very important to cover is security measures will help to improve Costa Rica's economy. Crime has a negative impact right now in Costa Rica's economy, and that ranges from tourism to local businesses. By reducing the crime, Costa Rica can boost its economy, as seen in El Salvador, where crime reduction led to an increased investments and business growth and the attraction of new companies. Some may argue that the security measures in El Salvador, particularly military involvement, might be too extreme and also could infringe the human rights. While these concerns are valid, Costa Rica can adopt a similar policy while ensuring the respect of human rights and democratic values. Costa Rica can tailor a different approach based on our context and can create a balance between safety and liberty. In conclusion, Costa Rica must adopt security measures like those in El Salvador to protect citizens from rising crime, restore safety, and improve the nation's economy. For the sake of our safety, prosperity, and well-being of the Costa Rican population, we must implement security measures to reduce crime and ensure a safer future. Thank you.